Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of my weekly trading recap series. I want to show you how I am trading my new funded account on here, and also want to show you what I am trading. But keep in mind, I am also full-time employed, so I won't trade every week. And then obviously if I don't have any trades taken a week, then I won't do a recap. Um, if you don't want to miss the future weekly recaps, then don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's dive right into it. So I just started this 10K account on FTMO this week. You can see its start date was the 7th of July, and we are already up 5.4% on this account because it was quite a good week for me. And I will start to show you right on the starting date what I traded. It was a German 40 trade, so that's the German index, which is called DAX. Um, and like I already told in my basic technical analysis videos, I will link the playlist in the top right corner. I work very much with the Fibonacci tool of TradingView and zones and trend structures. That are my main trading signals to enter a trade. And you can also see here um, I wrote down why I entered this trade, and you can see we had a Fibonacci 61.8 touch with a good zone in trend direction. These are my three things which I always look on. Um, I won't go in any detail because you can see the Fibonacci drawings on my chart here because that's only of FTMO to show how the trade was doing, and you can see we entered the trade and it just gone a bit down and then it reversed and ran straight into our take profit. It was a really good trade on Monday, but it was my only trade. Yeah, it was my only trade because it was my start date, and I wanted just to secure some profit um, at my start day because then your mind is a bit calmer when you start into the next trading day. And on the next trading day, you can see I did two trades. One was the Euro GBP short, and one was the Euro USD short. Here I was a bit um, too shy to take a bigger stop loss. I set it a little bit too tight because I didn't um, put a stop loss on the wick of the high. And then you can see I also wrote here, next time I use the stop loss, I should um, put the stop loss on the wick because I didn't put it on the wick and then it got stopped out, unfortunately. And then you can see it reversed after that. So I could have gone out break even or maybe with a bit profit. But let's just hop on the other trade. That was a Euro USD trade, and like on the DAX trade, it was a Fibonacci um, signal with a zone in trend direction. And on this trade, I traded my stop loss relatively aggressively because I wanted to cover the loss of the other trade. Um, and I didn't want it to go even down, even more down. So I trailed my stop loss at the lower highs. So the first stop loss I set was here on this lower high, and then I just set it on the lower highs again, and then you can see it got stopped out here somewhere when I put it on this lower high, and then it got stopped out when the price reversed. But that's fine. I'm good with it. Next day was the 9th of July. Here you can see I also did a trade here in the DAX, but this was a reversal trade, and this is a bit, yeah, not my main trading strategy, because on reversals you have to be cautious that the price doesn't move in the trend direction again, which it did here, and that's why I always do trail my stop loss relatively tight to my entry, or to, as soon as the trade goes into profit with a bit of momentum. Like you can see here, three big candles down. I trailed my trade to break even because I wanted to, yeah, be safe if the price continued the trend, and you can see it did continue. So was really good that I trailed my stop loss here. The other trade on the 9th of July was a really, really bad trade. I have to be honest, because I, yeah, I seen a structure, I suppose, when I entered the trade, but in the review after the trades, because the comments I always write after I finish the trade, you can see I saw on my own that it was a really bad structure and a bad trade to take, but I took it anyways and took the stop loss. So that was on me. Um, Here I also did a reversal trade, but in this case I was really, really tight with my stop loss, and that wasn't quite right, because I should have taken the stop loss at the high, and I didn't took it at the high, so I got stopped out here. I did it on this high here. I had to put it on here because this was the all-time high, and I didn't. That's why I first lost 100 euros on the 9th, 10th, and then um, second trade was the same trade, so I just shorted again with the stop loss I just told you, and it nearly got stopped out, but then it moved and gained traction downwards. So here I got my win, and this time my reversal thoughts were right, and yeah, that's where I also banked 219 euros. And the last one on Friday was a really, really nice trade, but I was a bit surprised because I will show it a bit in detail, because you can see between midnight and 1 a.m. in the morning, the price really, really dipped with much momentum, and that was a bit strange, but it was a sign for me that the price wants to go further down, and you can also see that the momentum upwards wasn't really there, because um yeah it gained slower and slower, again the price gained, or the gains were really, really slow, and then when the market opened, you can see it here, at, I guess, 8 a.m., or when did I take it? I don't know if it's the right um, time here, but you can see it in here. We can look on here when I entered the trade. Yeah, on around 8 a.m. And you can see after that the momentum downwards really, really accelerated. And I also took a Fibonacci tool here. So I drawed it on the initial push down, and then I took an old zone. You won't see it here, but it was further left in the chart. And if you want to show the trades to you on TradingView also in the future, just let me know in the comments, because for now I just wanted to show it here and wanted to show you how I journal my trades in within FTMO. But yeah, that's it for now. And here for the statistics again, you can see we have the first week done. We are having profit factor of 2.44, which is quite good. My average risk-reward ratio is a bit lower than I aim for normally, because you can see I only lose 100 and I usually gain 200, so my risk-reward is 2.0. But when I trail my stops, for example, in the trade where I set it to break even or where I traded in profit, then of course the risk-reward ratio differs when the trade gets stopped out. But that shouldn't be a problem because we are still in profit, 4.4% this week. Thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye.